And then I want to talk about, can we talk, while you look for that, can we talk about Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill
Yes,
have the like quickest divorce in the history of divorce?
the only thing I'll say is Kelly Dodd
Yes.
had an interesting post yesterday. Remember the home that was featured on the OC that she lived in with her ex-husband? She brought up the Zillow screenshot that it's now Zillow estimated at 7.3 million. And she says, I'm sick that the house that I built is now worth this much, but I'm happy I have my husband and my daughter and we are happy. So basically insinuating, did her ex get this home in the divorce? He must have, right?
I mean, he must have. It's so funny. I was on the phone with, I mean, I could say this. I was on the phone with Patty Stanger when I guess she got that Zillow from Kelly or someone sent it to her. And I was like, oh, so I guess Kelly is said to get to her friends. That's not revealing too much, Patty, about our phone call. Her husband must have got it. Yeah, sure. So I get it. Are you okay, Kelly? Because I mean, why post it then? I mean, I know
Well,
you love your husband and your daughter, and be happy for those things, girl.
people wrote that.
And she has a
Yeah.
great rental house, Kelly. She fixed it up. You know, when she started fixing, she has something in Palm Springs. She could go rent Kelly Dodd's Palm Springs house.
Yeah.
There you go, Kelly. You don't even have to pay me when you get your next renter off of VRBO. But it actually looks really nice. Cynthia, how I don't understand. Cynthia Bailey said I guess in the court documents when you cite the reason for divorce, she cited, I guess, irreconcilable differences or whatever, but it made reference to the fact that Mike Hill cheated, and then he denied it, and now she's taking it back. Is that true? Is that how that all played out?
Yes. Wait. Yes. It's very
It was in the court documents.
yeah, this is a very confusing one. So this I'm curious like what you think is going down here. But initially there was some sort of court filing that became public that Cynthia Bailey alleged that Mike cheated on her. Then they both came out very publicly and said, nope, we're still best friends. That's not true. We're going through the court. We're going to have that scratch. That was a complete misprint. But then how I understand it from the New York Post and everything is no, like it's oh my gosh,
It's
keep
in the
going.
court documents.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, it's in the court. I mean, listen, I think publicly they're still standing by their stories that it's not. The problem is when you put things in a court document, they're usually true. I mean, it's in the court document, and so Cynthia is saying, I have love and respect. Mike is saying, I have love and respect for Cynthia, as you heard in her own words, which is her statement. There was never a time in our marriage, any inappropriate or adulterous relationships. Our marriage didn't work. We made the best. Everything you just said. Cynthia says, I've never accused him of adulterous actions. Yes, in the court documents, it says, I'm just reading the actual words. It said, not only did it say adultery and cheating, they've actually moved to seal the records. So although while Cynthia and her attorney both deny the cheating claims, there's a set of a motion to seal the documents, seemingly attempting to hide these claims. I mean, listen, I've had Cynthia and Mike Hill. This is where I'm like, I've both on my podcast, even right before this happens. They both profess their love. I tend to think anything that's in a court document is true.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's like lawyers argue things. I mean, you can argue why your client's this or that, but when you state facts, I mean, it's almost like you don't have to. It's like it wasn't needed for a divorce. You don't have to prove adultery to get a divorce, right? So you can get a divorce. So why would you put that in there if it didn't happen? That's my opinion. I think they're both lovely. I had Mike Hill on here twice. I had Cynthia on here twice. I think they are both lovely. I have no shade, no horse in the race. I absolutely love them both. I would never think that he would have cheated except for this statement. Why is it in a court document?
Did you really think they were that compatible? You when you had them on, did you think that they see I
No.
love Cynthia Bailey, but to me, Cynthia Bailey's a woman that should never be married. I don't know. And again, I'm seeing the edit of her on TV, but I think, oh my God. I mean, that woman no one's had cold feet. No one's been a runaway bride more than she has. And was Mike her third marriage?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. you know, I mean, they didn't
I
even
believe so.
last a year. You know, I mean, to me, I don't know. I never thought they were that compatible. He never seemed that into her. I mean, he seemed into her, but I don't know. And to me, these relationships, aren't they exhausting? You introduce these people to your friends, your family, they all hang out, your kids. And then a year later, it's like kaput. And it's kind of like, to me, did they do it for the TV show to have the wedding?
No, I think they really listen. They both listen. I didn't have them on together. I've had them on each like twice and twice. You know, I think they protested too much about how everything's fine. Look, I think they have, I think I agree. I think they have great respect for each other. I think they're just in love, but they're not in love. You know what I mean? Like, I think they love each other as friends. A lot of people that I don't see it. You're asking me about relationships being exhausting. I mean, I'm as single as fuck. And like, yeah, no, you're preaching to the choir. I don't understand them. And the more you post that shit on Instagram about how in love you are and shit, bullshit. You're miserable.
I know.
So, and that's
It's
not directed towards them. It's directed
no,
towards
look
all
at
the
Tom
rest of
Brady
you.
and Giselle. Tom Brady and Giselle for years, every single birthday, every single anniversary, every kid's birth. They were always proclaiming how in love, how in love. And now they're toast. I mean,
So I'm not shocked. Again, like
I'm
Erika and
not shocked.
Tom shocked me when that was announced. And then we have scandals that I mean, when's the last time I was shocked? Am I shocked that the Chrisleys are guilty and that all this happened to them? No, they remind me of like Jerry Falwell in a lot of senses. Like, I mean, I'm trying
I
to
know,
think
and
of
aren't they driving you nuts with the Christian stuff? They are very Jerry Falwell. It's like driving me insane. They just did their podcast and they were saying how God's got a plan. God, how about, you know, I'm sure God gave you a signal of right and fucking wrong 5 years ago. You think, what do you think? We're dumb? Like at this point, it's so stupid when I have faith. I love having faith. Whether you believe in the universe or Buddha, whoever you believe in, I think we're all praying to the same person, just in a different form. I love spirituality, but this bullshit that they parade out about their Christianity values, it's like, hello, fuckers. When you are lying to the bank and bribing, you know, and putting the heat on people, I mean, fuck off. Like, is anyone going to call bullshit? You have. But I mean, I can't stand to listen to their podcast where they go on about Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, okay, you fuckers.
It's very Mary Cosby in the beginning of like, you know, God feels this. And then there's that hot mic moment of like, you know, fuck these people. This is the cheapest fucking congregation in the world. And wait a second, oh my God, my Dior is on the floor. How dare you have my Dior bag on the floor? Is God right? Is God telling you that you are a disciple and you deserve these things more than the next person?
Now, look, we're all sinners. We are all sinners, right? We're all trying to just be a little bit better every day. But I mean, come on, there's some big people know right from wrong. You know, when you're taking money from someone else or lying on paper for money you do not have, you know what you're doing. That isn't Christ showing you the way.
And by the way, I also would like to apologize. I think I apologized to Dorit and PK on Patreon